Welcome to the Depression Talks podcast. In this episode, episode 7, I'm going to challenge you with the question, why not believe in yourself? Why not? Let's break this down. Welcome to the Depression Talks podcast. My name is Emmanuel. I'm a YouTube creator and certified life coach dedicated to changing the mental health stigma. On this podcast, we openly talk about depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem, but you'll also hear some coaching tips that has helped many people take action and transform their lives. No matter what you're going through, I promise you are not alone. So I'm going to admit it and just be blunt and honest with you. I'm 25 years old, and for most of my life, I have not believed in myself. I didn't believe I was attractive enough. I didn't believe that I can build a community on YouTube. I didn't believe in my athletic abilities or if girls liked me or whatever examples. In my whole life, I've always struggled with thinking that I was good enough, if worthy enough, etc. How many of you can relate to that? How many of you struggle with those same thoughts of, I'm not attractive, I'm not strong enough, I'm not fast enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm just not enough? Well, with that happening all my life, recently, I've gotten to the point where I'm fed up. I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of feeling like no matter how I feel, no matter what I do, it's just not enough. But then I started to ask myself a question. Why do I think like this? Now, I could blame it on my, bipolar depression, which if you are a listener, you know I have bipolar depression type 2. But I could either blame it on that or try something new. And what I tried to ask myself was, why not believe in myself? Why not believe in yourself? Why not? If you've already spent so many years of your life thinking one way, then why not challenge yourself to think positively for, let's say, a week, a month? If you've gone through years of depression, years of PTSD, anxiety, years of mental health illnesses, whatever you may have, or maybe you just dealt with loneliness or solitude, things like that. If you've dealt with that for years, then why not ask yourself, let me just try thinking positively for a week. I dare challenge you to do it for a month. So in this podcast episode, I wanted to stress to you the importance of trying to shift your mindset by shifting the way that you think. And I think that by shifting the way that you think, the way you react, the way you go about your day will change. How you feel about yourself has the potential to change. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, it's so easy to think positive. And when you just say positive words to yourself, just say positive affirmations and all that stuff. I'm not knocking those things, but what I'm saying is something practical. I'm challenging you from now on for a week to do 2 things. Doing these 2 things can change your whole entire mindset. The 2 things are this. 1, meditate. Now, I know right when I said that, you're probably thinking to yourself, what the heck is wrong with this guy? He's telling me to meditate. That doesn't work. Well, I have meditated for the past week consistently. I'm talking about at least 10 minutes a day for the past 7 days. And I can already notice the difference. Plus, there's science behind how meditation itself is really good and healthy for your mindset, your body as a whole. But without getting all into that, I challenge you to meditate every single day for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And please don't say you have the excuse of, I don't have enough time. You have 10 minutes in your day. Maybe it's 10 minutes not playing the video game, or 10 minutes not doing freelance or homework, or 10 minutes in the morning instead of waiting till the end of the day where you're already too tired to do anything else. You have 10 minutes in your day. So the first thing I'm challenging you to do is meditate. The second thing I'm challenging you to do is think positively. Each time you recognize a negative thought going into your brain, I want you to challenge it and say, nope, I refuse to feel this way. I am good enough. I am attractive enough. I am smart enough, fast enough. I am strong enough. I'm a good person. Each time you have those negative thoughts come to your head, challenge it right away for a week. For a week. Now, for some, this may be really hard to do because you are trying to change years and years or months of a way of thinking. You're trying to change that. to this new ideation of what life can be. All of a sudden, just like that. So yes, this is going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. But insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And I don't know about you, but I'm fed up with feeling this way. I am fed up with feeling like I'm not good enough, or that, how people judge me or how I judge myself. I don't like what I see in the mirror. I am fed up with not believing in myself and my actions and my thoughts. I am fed up. And aren't you? Aren't you fed up? Fed up with looking at life through a perspective of depression and negativity? Aren't you fed up about not believing in yourself, not having things change in your life? If you're fed up with it, then I know then you can relate to how I feel. And sometimes I wish this was a YouTube, because I want you to comment down below, or I want you to express to yourself, because it's doing a podcast. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's difficult because I want to see you. I want to see your comments. I want to see your emails. I want to see your messages. So if this really touched you, then I challenge you to meditate, think positively for a week. And I'm just going to throw a third one in there because I would love to hear your feedback. Go to YouTube and type in Depression Talks with Emmanuel. You can just type in Depression Talks and you'll find my channel, and comment down below and say, I came here from the podcast. I listened to your podcast and I got motivated and I got pushed and supported. And I felt like for the first time in my life, somebody heard me. And whatever you feel comes to your heart, comment that. And I want to make sure that I will send you a comment or a message back directly to you saying thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you, more importantly, for taking action with changing your life. There's not many challenges in life where someone asks you to do something that might change your mindset. Usually it's like, I challenge you on a bet. I bet you this, I bet you that. But I am challenging you and giving you a challenge that can change your life, that can pivot the direction that you're currently going. Are you unhappy? I want to make sure I'm hitting this home. Are you unhappy with your life? I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say, right now, I'm not where I want to be in my life. Right now, I'm not exactly what I envisioned I would be at 25 years old. But, there is a but. If you raised your hand just like I just did, you still have time to change your course in your life. You still have time to shift your mindset. You are alive. You are breathing. That's nothing to take lightly. There's people that aren't here anymore because of their sadness, because of their depression. There are people that aren't here before because of crimes, because of sickness. But here you are listening to this podcast. You have a choice to change your life right now, today. Right now. Again, I want to reiterate, I am not saying by any means that depression is something easy to deal with, that thinking positively will change every single aspect of your life in 1 week. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's time for a change. It's time to think differently. It's time to see ways and try new things and try anything and everything to change your life and change the way you think. Thank you so much for listening to this. I'm challenging you, and I hope you accept this challenge. Again, find me on YouTube at Depression Talks with Emmanuel. Comment down below and say you came from the podcast, because I would love to see how many people are impacted positively by this message and how many people actually took action after listening to this message. If you're enjoying the podcast, then leave a comment and give it a rating. Let me know how much you enjoyed it or didn't enjoy this podcast, because I want to make sure I'm bringing you value that you enjoy, bringing you value that actually is helpful, and also bringing you value that could potentially change your life and mine. I'm always going through these challenges with you. I'm always doing these things as well. I would never give advice out that I don't take myself. So, rate the podcast. Let me know how you felt about it. Leave a genuine comment if that's on your heart. And I appreciate you listening to this episode. There's going to be definitely more to come, more consistency, more podcasts, more positivity, and more love on this podcast. All right. I think it's time to end the podcast. As I always say, do you stay swagalicious and keep smiling. See you in the next episode.